Hello friends, in today's lecture we will start theorems. Okay, so we have studied the basics KVL, KCL, means mesh analysis, nodal analysis, and now the actual theorem started. Theorems means there are a particular defined ways by using which we can find out the current or voltage through the resistance, through the resistance or across the resistance. Okay, so for your actually there are several theorems. For your syllabus, there are four theorems. Okay, and first of it is superposition theorem. Okay, so as a name indicate, it is something which deals with the position of particular element. Okay, so what is superposition theorem? Let me draw one simple example here. Understand these theorems very carefully, because you will get means from this first chapter almost 30 to 40 marks questions will be there in your university examination, so it is very important. Okay, I have considered a simple network here. It's R1, R2, R3, V1, V2, and this particular branch is AB. Okay. Now, what superposition theorem states? Theorem states that in any linear network means a network in which voltage and current graph of it is linear. Okay, so as voltage goes on increasing, current goes on increasing. Okay, so in any linear electrical or bilateral network, the voltage across or current through any element is algebraic sum of the current that would have been produced by each source acting alone when all other sources are replaced by their internal impedances, means resistances. Okay, let me make it very clear. What it states, if we want current through this particular branch AB, okay, then you can see there are two sources, right? So what this theorem state, that at a time consider one source. Okay, okay, at that when you consider this source, replace this source by its internal impedance. Okay, so generally expected internal impedance is 0, right? If it is given in numerical, then you can consider. If it is not given, you can directly take it 0. 0 ohm resistance means there should be simple wire. Okay, when there is a complete wire, short circuit wire, it is having 0 resistance. Are you getting? And when wire is open, cut, like this, means if wire is in there is cut, then it has a 0 current, and when it is a short circuit, it has a 0 voltage. Okay, so replace it by simple line, then find out current through AB. Okay, that is step 1. In step 2, now consider this voltage source as a short circuited. Now consider only this source. Okay, and find out the current through AB due to this source only. Okay, and then add the both the currents that was produced due to this source, then current that is produced due to this source, and addition of these two source currents will be the main current which is produced when two sources are acting alone. Are you getting? So its statement is, you can write it down. In any linear electrical network which containing more than one sources, the resultant current the or voltage one, the resultant current in any branch is algebraic sum of the currents that would be produced by each source when it is acting alone, meanwhile replacing all other sources by their internal impedances. Okay. Now let's try to solve this example. If this is the example and we have to, okay, just a second. Okay, sorry for interruption. Okay, so this is the example given, and in this example, we have asked to find out the current through AB. So, step one. Okay, in step one, consider any one source. Okay, if we consider V1, draw a new circuit like this. Now, what to do with another source? We have to replace it with its internal impedance. What is its internal impedance? It is not given, means 0, means short circuit. Okay. Now this is R1, R2, R3, this is V1. Okay. So now find out the current through this AB. Step 1. When V1 acting alone. Okay. So now find out current through AB by any method. Either you can apply KVL like this. Okay, so current through this is I1 minus I2. You can get it like that. Or even you can apply KCL over here, means nodal analysis. You will get voltage at this point. Then voltage by resistance is a current. Or else one more thing you can do is you can reduce the resistance. These two are in parallel. Then find out the main current. Once you got main current, then you can apply current division rule here and you can get the current. That is the step 1. What is step 2? Okay, so by using step 1, find out current through AB and don't forget to mention its direction. Whether it is going downward, upward, right side, left sides, whatever. Then step 2, when V2 acting alone. Means your new circuit will be like this. This is short circuited. This is your new circuit. Okay. Now V2 acting alone. Again find out the current AB, IAB. They call it as IAB dash because it is a not main current. It is current due to one source. Again find out IAB double dash. Mention its direction, whatever it is. Okay. Now step 3. Step 3. Now the final current when both the sources are acting alone will be IAB, that is nothing but IAB dash plus IAB double dash. Why plus? Because direction coincides. If directions are opposite, then subtraction. Okay, this is the thing. Now one can ask, what about if there is instead two voltage source, one is voltage and one is current source? Okay, then always remember when you want to replace the current source with its internal impedance, the internal impedance of current source is infinity. So we have to open circuit it. Okay, so if here there is a, I will draw here. Okay, instead creating confusion. So this is the circuit, and here there is a current source. Then what you have to do? First step, consider this current source. This is short circuited and find out current through this branch. Second step, consider this voltage source and now we have to open circuit the current source. its internal impedance is infinity. So we have to open source or open circuit it. When you open circuit it, obviously this resistance is of no use. So you have only this much circuit. Now easily you can get current through this resistance. Are getting? So this is how you can solve the example. Now we will solve one example so that you can understand superposition theorem properly. And at the same time, your revision will be done on KVL, KCL, whatever. Okay. So example. Okay. You can see there is one current source. Here there is one voltage source. Two sources are there. Okay. And the values are as this is 1 ampere, 3 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, and this is AB. What is the question? Question is the find out current through AB by superposition theorem. If they simply asked find current through AB, you can apply KVL, KCL, whatever, and you can get the answer. But they are asked by superposition. Okay. So first identify how many sources are there. You can see there is only two source, so you need to consider one source at a time, right? So let's consider when 1 ampere is acting alone. Okay, when 1 ampere is acting alone, this voltage source will be internal resistance is given. Sometime what they do, they write like this 1 volt oblique 2 ohm. It means it has internal resistance of a 2 ohm. Then you have to consider it. Okay, but mostly it is not the case. So here internal resistance is not given, it means 0, means you have to short circuit it. So your new circuit will be like this. See, this is now short circuited. Right, now you are interested to find out current through this particular branch AB. 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Now how to find out current through this particular branch? You can find out current by using KVL, KCL, but it is very difficult. Okay, you can apply one loop over here, one here, one here, one here, four loops. It is very difficult. Okay, what I can do? Can you see these 2 points are short circuited by a wire? It means this is nothing but a single point. Instead of wasting this wire, can I pull this point over this point? Yes, I can. See what circuit I will get. I will draw outer circuit first. Okay, now what they have done means what we have to do, we have to pull this point over this point. Means what will happen from here is now this point is pulled over here, so this two will come here like this, and this two will come here like this. Okay, this 1 ohm remain as it is. This is 3 and 2 now in a parallel, 2 and 2 are in a parallel. This is 1 ampere. Okay, now always remember, always keep one thing in mind. We have to find out current through this particular resistance, right? So never disturb this resistance. Okay, we don't have to disturb or this resistance, or don't reduce that resistance, keep it as it is. Okay, because we need to find out current in it. If you vanish that resistance or reduce that resistance, how you will get current through it, right? Now see, these 3 and 2 are in a parallel, right? These 2 and 2 are in a parallel. So what resistance you will get, what new circuit you will get? You can write simultaneously. When 1 ampere source is acting alone like this, okay. Then 2 parallel 3 ohm and 2 ohm parallel 2 ohm. So reduced circuit will be, similarly you can write it so that your answer will be more effective, and you will get new circuit as this 1 ampere will remain as it is. Now 3 and 2 parallel. So what is parallel value? 3 into 2 divided by 3 plus 2. Okay, is the value. So 6 by 5 means 1.2. Right. Similarly 2 and 2 in parallel. When two values are same, its parallel resistance is half of it. So here 3 and 2 parallel 1.2 and 2 and 2 parallel means 1, and this is outer circuit. Now I will take it like this, 1 ohm. Okay, so now we have reduced circuit uh, in very simple form. Now I can get current through this resistance. How can you find it out, or do you know the answer? It is very easy. Why? Because when two resistances, now these two resistances are in series, I can add it simply, but why I am not adding? Because I want to keep that one separate. Actually, even though I have add the current which is flowing through one, that current only flowing through this one. So if I add two resistances, it becomes 2 ohm. Then only that current will remain same. But to make keep this one visible, I am not adding it. Okay. But this is a single unit of resistance. Say X ohm. This is another resistance. So these two resistances are in a parallel with one common source. So you can apply current division rule. Okay, so by current division rule, current through one or this one or even two, but I will write current through 1 ohm equal to main resistance, that is 1, into opposite, means the resistance through which we are calculating current, the opposite resistance, that is 1 on in numerator, divided by addition of this plus this complete resistance, that is 3. Okay, opposite is 1.2, not 1, 1.2. 1.2 and addition is 1.2 plus 2 means 3.2. Okay, and solve this and you will get 0.375 ampere. Right, now this current is upward direction, so obviously it will go like this and it will come here down, similarly here down. Okay, so its direction is down. Don't forget to keep the direction. Okay, so I will call it as a IAB dash. Here it is AB, no? If it is not given in numerical, you can give nomenclature by your own. Okay, so I got IAB dash. Now this step 1 over. Now step 2. Step 2 is what? To find out the current by using this voltage source only. Okay, we have to replace the current source. So what will be the new circuit? New circuit will be like this. See, I can write here step 2. When 1 volt source is acting alone, right? So what will happen with current source? We have to replace the current source with its internal impedance, and internal impedance of current source is infinity. Okay, so we have to make it open. So circuit will be seen like this current source will be open circuited. Now this resistance will as it is, here another resistance, this is the source of our interest, this is the resistance, another resistance. Okay, A B, this is 1 ohm, this is 1 volt, 2 2 3 2. Okay, now we have to find out current through this particular branch. Now this is of no use. Okay, so forget this is the only circuit now. Now, can I say these 2 and 2 are in parallel? No, these are not parallel. When it is parallel, when it is starting end and another end, both are attached to each other. Okay, here there is a voltage source in between, so it is not parallel. These two are also not parallel. We can't reduce this. So, by what means we can find the current? Okay, so means is we can apply KVL. Okay, you can assume any direction. KVL. Okay, see KVL, KCL, source transformation. These are what I can say. These are some tools by using which we can get the current. When apply KVL in this loop, give the polarity like this: plus minus. Keep this polarity as it is. So if I start from here, this is I1, this is I2, this is I3, right? So here it will become. I will start from here. KVL in loop 1. So it is minus 3 I1 minus 2 I1 minus I3 minus 1. This is hold, so don't multiply it with current. 1 equal to 0. So it becomes minus 3 I1 minus 2 I1 minus 5 I1 plus 2 I3 equal to 1. This is the first equation, right? Now KVL in this loop. Again give new polarity. I will start from here. KVL in loop 2. So it is minus 2 I2 plus 1 minus 2 I2 minus I3 equal to 0. So it is minus 2 I2 means minus 4 I2 minus minus plus 2 I3, and this one which will be moved here minus 1. Second equation, right? Third equation in this loop. So KVL in loop 3. So here KVL, when we apply plus minus plus minus plus minus minus, I will start from here, minus I3 minus 2 I3 minus I2, here minus 2 I3 minus I1 equal to 0. So it becomes minus I3 minus 2 I3 minus 3 I3 minus 2 minus 5 I3 minus 5 I3 minus minus plus plus 2 I2 and minus minus plus 2 I1 equal to 0. Okay, so 2 I1 plus 2 I2 minus 5 I3 equal to 0. This is the third equation. We got three equations. Now simply put the equations in the calculator and get the answer. Okay, and you get I1, I2, I3. Our interested current is only I3 because I3 is the current flowing through IAB. If we solve it, you will get IAB double dash means I3. Here I will write I3 equal to IAB double dash equal to, it is 0.031, and again you can see as it is positive, it means our assumed direction is right. So it is downward. Okay, now step 3. By superposition theorem, the net current that would be produced when all three sources are acting simultaneously, it will be IAB, all two sources. IAB equal to IAB dash plus IAB double dash. So it is nothing but 0. What it is 0.375. 375 plus 0.031. So it is 0.406 ampere moving downward. Okay, so this is how superposition theorem works. Now you can solve another examples for practice. Let me give you one example. This is homework. Okay, so you can see there are three sources. Okay, so you have to consider step 1 when only this source is acting, so it will become short circuit and this will be removed. Oh, I'm sorry, you can see, I'm really sorry. Okay, so when you consider this source, this will be short circuited, this will be open. Okay, so simply, and oh, sorry, it is determine the current through 10 ohm. Okay, so we want to find current here. If it is A, this is B. We want to find out current through AB. Okay, so it will be open circuit. This will be short circuited. So by simply current division rule, you will get current through this 10 ohm, right? Or you can reduce these two resistance parallelly and simply 80 divided by parallel of this plus these two additions will give you the current. This is step 1. Step 2, consider this voltage source, this will be short circuited, again this will be removed and you have to find current through this, that will be calculated by current division rule. And then step 3, consider this source now. Okay, short circuit these both sources and then apply KVL KCL and get the current through this. Add three currents and you will get the final current. Okay, so with this we have completed superposition theorem. Thank you.